Alright, well, it's now like a whole new day. I didn't bother uploading the video because, well, my computer's sitting in here. Basically, the guy across the street's a computer guy, and what happened was the piece here that has like the SanDisk pieces and all that stuff, it busted a while back, just before I went away to Florida. So, I haven't been really uploading much because of that reason, because I have to basically export it on my laptop, and then from my laptop I have to transport it to a flash drive. From the flash drive I have to transport it to that computer, then I have to re-render it and then put it through the friggin' YouTubes, and hopefully it uploads. So that's the reason why the video's kind of been sucky lately. You know, usually we do a video every day, but yeah. But anyway, so it's now Sunday. Let's see, yesterday I left off, we were working on this thing. I went to my uncle's house, I put the new windshield on my snowmobile, and I got my new lights on for the trailer, so that's good to go, and a few other little oddball stuff I did. But right now, I'm just starting to take off this belly pan piece. I've already got the front skid plate off. As you can see, it's sitting over there, and you got a nice little gaping hole in the floor there now. But man, I am just getting ready to lose it on this machine, because I've never taken off the belly pans before. I've taken off like the front skid plate, but not the side belly pans, and man, these things suck to get off. Like, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta remove like all 20,000 freaking screws that are underneath. This is, I'll show you, this one tray here, this one tray is just for this one side, for that side right there. All them screws, there's gotta be at least, I don't know, maybe 45, 60 of them in there. At least, and I still got 2 to go. And man, they freaking tucked these one screws in here, like, this one screw that was tucked up in here. It's like, what the fuck, reaming on, I couldn't get it. And I was like, alright, gotta take this piece off. And I got that screw out, and then reaming on it again. And coming to find out there's like another screw, look like someone was already in there trying to crack it open. So then you get like this 2-inch friggin' bolt, screws into there. And I'm like, alright, not a big deal. And now, to get this front pan off, you gotta take the damn shock off, because there's a fucking son of a bitch in the back there. Like, they didn't make that any easy. Like, what the fuck, you know? But yeah, this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Fun, isn't it? Not really, but it's almost off. I'm almost tempted maybe just to cut it and leave her be. Maybe put a little dab of silicone in there. I don't know, I just don't feel like pulling off these shocks, because it just sucks pulling shocks off of a snowmobile, especially on the Arctic Cats, you know. But I don't know, we'll figure something out. Noticed a couple things underneath. Once I get my light on, I'll show you a couple of things and stuff and junk like that. But everything's looking pretty good. This guy had a small little crack in it somewhere. I forget where I saw it. Oh yeah, there it is. Gonna throw a little bit of plastic poop on it just to seal it up, make sure no stuff gets in it, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna get that belly pan off, and then we'll flip her over and do this side next. This is gonna be fun. Fun! Well, there's a good chunk of the sled missing, I'd say. So, yeah, got the belly pan off. I ended up having to pull the damn shock unit off, just because it was just like damn near fucking impossible to try and snap the plastic. I don't know, they must make that thing into like freaking crazy plastic or something. But, yeah, so when I first bought the sled, I already knew that it was wrecked. I already knew that someone hit it pretty hard from the front end. Just judging by a few little odds and stuff I noticed. Mainly, the big obvious key part is there's a black belly pan and there's a gray belly pan. The gray belly pan is the proper one, the black one is not. Also, if you look at the arms compared to those, these ones here are a different color, and it's the same with the shock. These ones here are way cleaner and much nicer condition. These ones are not. So I'm imagining they went out and bought 2 used A-arms and obviously probably a used coil when they were doing all this. And the other giveaway part was this. When I first inspected the sled, the guy had the muffler console already off. And if you look right down there, you can just see the, you know, obviously it's not a line there as opposed to how this one straight is. And I also saw the bolt. And as I just walked around the corner here, I was like, alright, what can I do to fix that? Maybe just push it out. And then I realized something. There's a friggin' nut missing. I guess somebody must have just forgot to put the nut on. I don't know if this sled was probably driven for another, I don't know, maybe 200-300 more miles I'd say the whole friggin' nut would be sliding way the fuck out over here, and the arm would probably drop. It's a good thing I'm doing what I did. Yeah, that's not the greatest thing in the world to skip out on. But I'm going to try and hammer this piece forward a little bit. Maybe that one there a little better than what it is. It's not going to be perfect just because of the way how badly it was hit. This here was pretty wavy. It's not too bad now. You can kind of see it's a little bit there, but this was all waved up pretty good. So it got hit pretty hard. And let's see underneath here. I'll grab my phone there. I'll show you guys it. There's a good little dent in the underside of it. Just gonna find the stupid flashlight. Alright. Just gotta get under. There it is. Alright, so we got a little bit of a dent there. I don't think I'm gonna really touch with that one. See what the best I can do. And then that one there is folded in pretty good. If you guys can see, I kind of got the phone at the angle so you guys can kind of see it. But that one there's tweaked pretty good. And it's that one there's probably in about, I don't know, 9/16. That one there's probably in about a good inch. So I'll have to bang that center one out, but the other one's not too bad. And everything else underneath looks pretty good. I'm not going to be too fussy with it. Everything else looks pretty good. So it definitely hit pretty good. Surprised that arm post there didn't break. This guy here. Surprised. That's a little tweaked. That's got to get fixed. Needs carbides for sure. But yeah, engine looks pretty good. That's the engine sitting right there with looks like a screwdriver that fell at one time. Check that out. See the screwdriver? Yeah, there's a screwdriver stuck in there. That's awesome. So we'll get ourselves a free screwdriver of the deal too. I don't know. I guess these guys weren't that mechanically inclined to figure out what the fuck they were doing. Yeah, that is nice. So, I already looked over the heat exchanger. Heat exchanger is good. It was already pressure tested by the previous owner. He took it to an Arctic Cat dealership just to make sure that a stud didn't puncture a hole in it or nothing like that when he wrecked the sled. But I already know what caused it. It was the fucking APV valve got stuck. So anyway, I'm gonna start fixing some of the underneath sides, and I'll put the new belly pan piece on this side. And then I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go pick up a friggin' Christmas gift or two. And then we'll get back and we'll hammer down the other side. And hopefully by the end of the night, I'll get both the belly pans done, the skid plate back on, and we'll be good to go. Also, Arctic Cat sent me some new pop rivets, but these are definitely not the ones that they sent me, because these ones here are way bigger than the ones they sent me. I don't know what they sent me, but I gotta get rid of these because that's where the pop ribs gotta go. So I don't know, and I gotta order up some bearings. Which one is it? I think it's this one and that one. Yeah, that one's done. Oh yeah, that one's flopping around pretty good. So I gotta get a new one of those. A couple new bearings. Oh yeah, so we're getting 3 new bearings. Awesome. I don't know how this one is. That was good. This one's pretty good. So yeah, awesome. So I'm gonna continue on what we're doing here. Gotta charge that battery up too. I'm hoping that battery takes a charge. Looks like it's got acid in it, so I don't know. Have to wait and see. Alright, well that was pretty funny. I'm underneath there, right? I'm prying on this edge piece I was showing you up there by the column there. See my hand where it was kind of sort of bent. I was like, oh, alright, there's a friggin' walnut in there. And like an acorn shell or a walnut. Sure enough, it wasn't like a walnut. It was actually the nut that I need. Isn't that pretty funny? So I found the nut for the son of a bitch. Isn't that funny? So I guess I have to throw some Loctite on it and crank her down. That's pretty funny. What are the chances of finding the nut? Then again, I did just find a screwdriver underneath there. I don't know. Might find some other stuff. Any $100 bills in there? That'd be nice. Alright, well it's like now like 5-6 hours later since I made the last flip it. Just got back from the Walmart. Like, holy shit. I guess I'm not the only one that needed to get to the Walmart. But anyway, luckily I got the Walmart done. Tomorrow's the Target. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, so anyway, I just got back from the Walmart, and then as I was out, I went up to the car wash and power wash these belly pans and pieces. This one here came out really clean. This one here was really covered in grease. So luckily I just hit it real fast. It's a lot cleaner. And then I also washed my truck because it was turning white for some reason. I don't know why. My truck's black and with the road salt friggin' turns the whole truck white. But yeah. So I'm gonna get cracking on this, start putting that side belly pan on, doing a couple pop rivets, and then we'll do this side. Awesome. We're moving. Kinda getting there. Alright, so I was just getting ready to put that belly pan on, and I just caught some of the corner of my eye. I was like, alright, huh, like, what do we got going on here? We had a bit of play there. Yeah, I was like, alright, better check this one. Sure enough, fucking these bolts aren't even fucking tight. I can tighten them with my hands tighter. Like, what the fuck? So I gotta go underneath here and put some more Loctite on these bolts. This is the one here I did this morning, and it's good now. But now I got these other ones to deal with. Like, holy shit. Can you imagine? Ooh, holy fuck. I can literally unscrew the bolt that's right in there. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Gotta get my Loctite back out. Because clearly these friggin' bolts are like hand tight. Like, they must have forgot to tighten them up. I don't know. It'd suck to have friggin' this thing fall apart on the trail. Like, imagine your whole arm suspension dropping while you're on the trail. That would suck balls. Big time. So, I had to pull off that front piece too, just so I can get access to the bolts. Because I saw this and I was like, huh, that's not good. Good thing I pulled it off. Because now we got more bolts tightened up. This is like the only bolt that's tight. Right there. But, this one here has to come off anyway. Because this A-arm is going to come off and I got to unbend it. Because I was underneath it and I was like, oh, I forgot about that little bend there. So, got to unbend the A-arm and then we'll freaking tighten that bolt back up. For right now, I got to work on this side. This thing must have been hit pretty good, I'll tell you, because got a little bit of a crack there. Ain't that something? Craig's supposed to be like sled ran good last winter. Needs a top end. Yeah. Alright, well, I got the other side off now. This side was a little bit worse than I expected. I don't know, I think this side must have been in a wreck too at one time. So, first theory of that is because, well, remember that nut and bolt that I struggled to get off on the other side to take the damn shock off? Well, took the shock off on this side, and it was already missing. It's like, alright, well, that's something. And, I pull the belly pan off and like there were no rivets even holding the unit on. And check this out. This piece here is tweaked pretty good. Got a complete angle. That's supposed to be tipped down a little bit. That's supposed to be tipped down a little bit. It's way up. I noticed here there's a crack in one of the welds. Right there. I don't know if we can zoom in on you. Right there. Got a little crack, but it's nothing too major. You know, it's reasonable, it's passable. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I was just getting ready to do that. Remember that bolt I was telling you about here? How loose it was. So I was getting underneath there with a wrench, and well, it's not even freaking. There's no nut and bolt on the thing, so I don't know. Like, yeah. This clutch is new. This is the replacement clutch, not the original clutch. Clutch must have blew up one time. That must have sucked. So I'm beginning to think that this sled doesn't have the amount of miles on it that this windshield's showing. What's this thing say? 3,000 something? 3,859. My Sabercat home almost like over 6,000 miles on it. And it didn't look anywhere near as bad as this thing, so I don't know. I think that speedometer can't be right. There's just no way. This thing here must have been used and abused. Not as bad as that. What the hell is this? I have no clue. Not as bad as that triple I had. Remember the ZRT800 triple? Not as bad as there, but it's pretty damn close. So I'm going to start tweaking at it a little bit. I got to pull this lower control arm off, the arm right here. I got to bend it out. It's got a pretty good crease in it. And I guess that's going to be it for the night. I don't think I'm going to get the belly paint on tonight because I got a couple of other things I got to do still. So, I don't know. Let's see where I get. Coming along. Other side bolted on pretty good. It's all on. It's all snugged up. See, this is the reason why the other one melted, is because they didn't put the heat shielding in. A lot of people skip over it, but it's worth it all day long. You know? So this side looks pretty decent. You know? Looks good. But we'll have to wait and see how everything turns out. We'll take her from there. Alright, well, not a whole lot changed since the last video, but man, I was having a horrible time trying to get that damn freaking bolt out there. It was just locked in there pretty good, rusted in there. But, get her out. It's out. There should be fucking pain in the balls that was. But I don't know, this arm, it's tweaked in a couple of different spots. Like, this one here's up and then down. This one here is just like, whoop, whoop, you know. You can kind of sort of see the angle of it is. Like, this is like tilted down. That's up. And this still has a bend in it here. So it's definitely twisted. I don't know if you guys can see how the difference of it is. Definitely a good difference. There's the other angle. So it's bent pretty good. I'm gonna see if anyone on Craigslist might have one of these. You know, there's a couple of guys in the Mass area that purchase these things out, so maybe they might have a extra A-arm. If not, then I'll run down the welding store tomorrow and fill up my acetylene torches, and I'll heat this son of a bitch up, bang it out, and hope for the best. Because this thing it's tweaked pretty good. Usually that's supposed to be straight across, you know? And that's like way off. So, on that note, not a whole lot I can do. I think I'm going to throw that belly pan on, the new one. It's behind the garage door over there. Throw a new belly pan piece on, and I think we're going to call her a day. I straightened this out as best as I could. It's still a little bit up, but that's alright. It's better than what it was. As you can see, it's pretty well straight now. Before it was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I just looked over a couple of other little things I kind of sort of missed. But overall, not too bad. I think we're going to swap these yellow ski loops out for some black ones. I got the black ones sitting in a bucket over there. So yeah, overall looking pretty good. But man, I don't know what it is with me buying these wreck sleds. This is like the second wreck sled that I've bought, and they've all become nightmares. You know? But luckily this sled was cheap enough to where it's going to be worth it versus that ZRT100 triple I had last year. That triple last year fucking ate my friggin' wallet like you wouldn't believe. For those of you that are new and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, maybe I'll put a link below, or if I get technical I'll put a link in the description, but I don't really know how to do that, so I'll just put a link below. And you guys can watch some of that video. I think there's like this there's like 10 parts to it. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I did that scrambler too. I forgot about my scrambler. The plier scrambler rebuild I did too. That was another project and a half. There was like 20 something videos of that, you know. But overall looking pretty good. It's getting there. It's getting there. I gotta pick up by the pistons this week. Good nice little crack in it there. Yummy. So crazy. It's amazing what these people do. Like me, I'm the complete opposite. I take my stuff friggin' nice and easy. You know, try not to wreck and break the shit, but these guys here go full out. Fuck it. Wreck this $7,000 machine. But anyway, I think we're gonna end the video here. I'll get on with putting the belly paint on, and we'll probably talk to you guys all tomorrow.